Thank you, Steph. Okay, it is being called the most chaotic presidential debate in recent memory. Donald Trump and Joe Biden confronting one another on the same stage for the first time last night. It was combative from the start, with insults being hurled from both sides.
You could never have done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job.
You get the final word, Mr.
Well, it's hard to get any word in with this clown.
In 47 months, I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
The question
Supreme Court
is,
Justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen.
You'll be hearing that clip many times, I'm sure, this morning. Now, that was just a small taste of the fireworks on the debate stage in Ohio. Trump talking over his Democratic challenger, even the night's moderator, Chris Wallace, who struggled to stop Trump from interrupting. The impacts of COVID-19 were in plain sight. The candidates abandoning the traditional opening handshake, their yelling match playing out in front of a limited audience, the president and Biden squaring off on issues including the Supreme Court appointment, the ongoing pandemic, the economy, and America's racial reckoning, which saw Trump refuse to condemn white supremacists who have supported him. Have a listen.
Sure, are you prepared to specifically
do
it? Well, go ahead,
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Now, the debate didn't change any minds, with both Trump and Biden supporters seeing their respective candidate as the clear winner. At a watch party for supporters of the president, few wearing masks here, and cheers erupting every time Trump threw a political punch. Meanwhile, the Black Lives Matter movement came out in support of Biden ahead of the debate. Analysts, however, say neither candidate can be considered a winner, but the person who lost out the most, the American viewer.
47-year period in government.
For viewers, it was very frustrating. There wasn't much substance at all. I was ready to take notes, and I stopped taking notes after about 5 or 10 minutes. I could see this wasn't going anywhere.
I don't think either candidate picked up a new voter or switched a voter from one side to the other during that debate. This is what we have in American politics now. Everyone goes back to their corner.
Following a presidential debate that many agree wasn't very presidential, Google says some Americans began to explore the possibility of moving here. Google searches for moving to Canada spiking, with questions like how to apply for Canadian citizenship among the most popular. Those in the state of Massachusetts, followed by Ohio and Michigan, felt the most sorry for themselves. Now, coming up here at 6:30, what Trump and Biden had to say after that televised war of words. Okay, back here at home, the province reporting 554 new COVID-19 cases, down from the single-day record of 700 infections, which we saw just one day prior. The province's numbers reflecting the expanded testing capacity. Yesterday, nearly 38,400 tests were completed. Meantime, our neighbors in Quebec are facing what their premier calls a critical situation, recording 799 positive cases on Tuesday and 7 new deaths. Premier Legault closing down dining rooms, theaters, and more in hard-hit areas like Montreal and Quebec City. He says an announcement about financial help for those businesses is coming soon. And today, City Council here in Toronto will be considering the latest recommendations from the Medical Officer of Health for revised restrictions when it comes to restaurants and bars. It would include limiting the number of people in those bars and restaurants from 100 to 75, collecting contact information from all patrons. It would also reduce the maximum number of people at a table from 10 to 6, lowering background music to conversational levels to avoid close talking, and extending existing COVID-19 bylaws until Council's first meeting of 2021. And we are going to be raising these points with Mayor John Tory. He'll be joining us just after 7 o'clock this morning. Let's get to our streets now. One man is dead after a shooting in the area of McLaughlin Road and Ray Lawson Boulevard in Brampton, and Peel Police now looking for information about a possible suspect.
Homicide detectives just arrived on scene, and they are conducting their investigation as we speak, so we haven't developed any suspect information at this time that we are prepared to release.
Police saying they received a call around 11 o'clock last night. They located the victim, an adult male in his 20s with serious injuries, in a footpath adjacent to McLaughlin Road. He was transferred to a local hospital where he later died. It's not clear if the victim lived in this area, but as always, police want to hear from you. You can do that anonymously as well through Crime Stoppers. Well, today we mark Orange Shirt Day, honoring the legacy of about 150,000 Indigenous children who endured Canada's residential school system for over 100 years. It's around this time of year when many Métis, Inuit and First Nations children would be taken away from their families and sent to residential schools, disconnecting them from their language and culture and assimilating them into Canadian society by adopting Christianity. Our government formally apologized in 2008, but today we do more to learn about this dark facet of our country's history. Coming up at 9 o'clock this morning, it's a special hour of BT Canada dedicated to Orange Shirt Day.